Hi everyone, welcome to On the Trail with Senator Steve Hobbs, and of course, I'm with
Me, Misha.
my campaign manager, Misha.
Hello.
What's been going on?
Oh, it's hot.
It has been hot, yes.
It's a little warm, but I'm alive. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. I know the ballots are out right now, so don't forget to mail them in.
Yes, as soon as possible. And before you do that, you gotta make sure you check the little box that says Steve Hobbs.
Please
that
do
part's
that.
really, really important.
Right. And as I said, I think we were sign waving in the morning and
In the morning,
in the afternoon, right?
And it's warm, but it's a great time. And if you or anybody else you know ever wants to join us in the volunteer sense, just email me. It's Misha, MISHA @electhobbs.com, or you can call our office at 425-334-5524. Always taking volunteers.
That's right. It's all down here, right here. Hey, the other thing too is I just want to take time to talk to the people out there driving by sign waivers. You know, it's really nice when you give us a thumbs up or a wave, but don't tell us that we're number one. I'm putting a finger right now. That's the finger you don't want to do. That's kind of mean.
It is a little mean.
You know, it doesn't matter if it's a Republican or Democrat. When I drive by an opponent or the opposite party, I just wave. Say, hey, how's it going?
It doesn't cost anything
No.
to wave a little bit.
Yeah, don't be mean. Man,
And we're tired, and we could use a little sympathy.
that's right. Maybe get some coffee.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. Anyway, what do we got going for today on the show?
So today we've got a good friend of yours and local business owner,
Mhm.
Shane McDaniel.
Shane McDaniel. You know that guy?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. He owns Norm's. What's the
Yeah, it's Norm's.
Norm's?
Yeah.
Just plain old Norm's. I thought
Yeah, it's
so.
Norm's Market.
Norm's Market.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do some pretty cool stuff over there.
We got great beer there.
Delicious beer.
Mhm.
And it's just a nice little community staple. So he's going to be here talking with us. It
Yeah,
should be a good time.
and it's good to hear, someone from the community, a small business owner, just struggling to make ends meet, and it's good to have people like Shane, a lot of these businesses supporting my campaign. So,
Yes,
so
indeed.
we'll love to hear from him. What do we got going in the future?
In the future,
Yeah, in the future.
like
Like any other plans? I think we said sign waving. I think
we got
did
some
all that,
doorbelling that we're gonna need some help with.
Right. You know what's amazing though with podcasts is time travel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Time travel
so,
is great.
like when this thing gets posted,
Uh-huh.
which I hopefully it'll be Monday. I'm looking at the producer over there. Hopefully
Monday.
it's Monday. See, he's Monday. It'll be after a major parade, which I'm gonna say was a success.
It was great. Did you see all the people?
There was tons of people there.
And all of the Steve Hobbs
Amazing.
shirts and signs.
And I want to thank all the 50 people that showed up to the parade. Thank you very much. Right, because that's what we're getting, or we got.
Yes. We got that this past weekend.
Anyway, let's go check out what Shane had to say.
All right.
All right. Hey, folks. Thanks for checking out the podcast. We're here with another interview with somebody, a close friend of mine.
Shane McDaniel from Lake Stevens, Washington, owner of Norm's Market Keg and Bottle Shop.
And you're famous for what?
Beer,
Yes.
draft beer in particular.
Lots of beer. Good beer, actually. You
Yeah.
can bring your growler down there and fill her up, right?
Yep,
And
lots
root beer.
and lots.
That's right. So, and you've been in Lake Stevens for pretty much all your life, right?
Yes,
Now, you're a second or third generation McDaniel?
third.
Third generation
Yes.
McDaniel. All right. And for the record, just put it out there. Okay, he's a ringer. He's a big Steve Hobbs supporter. Because we went to school together. Now,
Of course.
I went to school, I know your sister more than I know you. Because, of course, you're a year younger than me, or 2 years younger than me, I think.
A year. Yep.
So,
I
when,
remember meeting you.
so when do you first remember meeting me?
I remember meeting you, and I'm sure you don't remember me at the
I don't.
time.
I
But
know.
I was in kindergarten,
Okay.
and you were in first. No, I would have been in first grade. You were in second, and
Okay.
I came out on the playground, and you were playing Army. Every day you played Army with a
Mhm.
whole bunch of other kids. You were the leader, and
Go
I,
figure, right?
I kind of I was a little too shy to interact too much, but I remember standing there and trying to be a part of it, and I was too little. I would have been in the way, but I was allowed to gather pine cones that you guys used as grenades and sticks that were shaped like guns to play Army with. So I was more of a supply runner.
See, and what I like to think is that prepared you for running a store. So thanks to me and that experience, you're a better business person, right?
Yes, and now I'm putting pine cones of a different kind in Steve's pile.
Well, there you go. So tell me, how hard is it to do a business here in Lake Stevens, a small town? You know, it doesn't seem like people would think you can't get a lot of business here, but you seem to manage.
You know what? With hard work, you can probably do it just about anywhere. But I have put a lot of hours in and a lot of ingenuity. And with your help, we've changed the landscape of retail in this state more than anybody. We've changed the sale of alcohol more than anybody since Prohibition.
So in terms of talking about the growlers and stuff, that's what
Yes.
you're talking about. So just to let folks know, what Shane is talking about is a little bill, a little policy that I tried to do about growlers. And it's thanks to Shane, who just kind of came up to me and talked to me about it. Because the thing about politics is all politics is local. And it's amazing what you can get from your constituents and your community and friends. So let's talk about that day. Now, what happened? Well, first, tell me the problem that you had. And then about running into me in the morning at the gas station.
The problem I had is I didn't even know where to begin. And so I wrote up, some points of interest of why it is in Washington State taxpayers' interest to get that bill through.
Mm-hmm. And you wanted to try to sell. Your thing was, I want to sell growlers at my store because you couldn't do it at the time.
The problem is with beers like Mac and Jack and Manny's, two very popular Seattle area beers.
Mm-hmm.
You can't sell those. They're not pasteurized, so you can't bottle them. You can't can them. And by being able to put those into growlers, Mac and Jack's #1 tap in the county at the time, probably still is. That gave us the ability to not only do that, but all the other beers that aren't even available in bottles. And so it got local craft beer to market, and now it is spread everywhere.
It went all the way down to the farmer too, because now our state, a lot of people don't know this, but our state is one of the biggest hop producers in the world. But what I love is the fact that you had this problem and you didn't know where to go with it, and how it all started, how we got the ball rolling to have growlers in your stores was, I was pumping gas and you came out and said, "Hey, Steve,
I got an idea."
You got an idea. It's like you said, "Hey, I can't sell growlers in my store." I think that's what I said. And I went,
Yeah. And you said, "What's a growler?"
I did. I said something else too, but yeah, I didn't know what a growler was. You told me what a growler was, and I said, "Well, just go talk to Liquor Control Board." I think you said, "I already did that, so we got to do legislation." So that's what we did. We introduced a bill that year. Now I told you had to come on down, and
yeah.
As a citizen, you were a little scared. I remember that. You're like, "Oh man, I got to testify. I don't want to do that."
Yeah, it was a little nerve-wracking to go testify in front of the Senate, but it was a good experience too. And I got to meet the governor and everything when it passed through.
Yeah, and
that was great too.
So, in your experience of that, what do you feel about state government? Do you feel that people do have a voice, but they got to say something, right?
Not if you don't speak.
Right. You can't be angry.
Yeah, and
can't just be angry and not tell.
You can't. But when you have an idea, you put it on paper and you talk to Senator Hobbs if you're in his area.
God, you're like this guy. It's like a commercial. It's great. So, how's the store doing now?
Doing
Fast
great.
forward a couple of years later, okay.
Doing great.
Mm-hmm.
It's we're getting ready to expand.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we've got 52 beers on tap. We started out the first day when you were there for the, ribbon cutting ceremony. That was 12 beers on tap. So we've grown to 52, and now the goal is to go to 200 taps.
Oh wow!
Because there's a advertising value in having the most taps in the world.
And how do you, and the fact, do you take a little pride in the fact when you drive around the state in different places that there are stores just like yours all around the state, and you kind of, really, all I did was introduce legislation. It was your idea. How do you feel about it? You kind of started all this.
Like I said, we've changed the sale of beer. We've had more of an impact on beer retail than anybody since Prohibition.
And really helping the local retailers and the microbreweries around here.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, thanks a lot for coming by and talking to us.
Yeah.
It's just another example how government works. It works for you. You just got to say something to your local legislator, whether it be me or your House members or a city council member. It can work. And here's a prime example. Shane McDaniel, local store owner, just came up to his state senator and said, hey, I got a problem. And we made it work. So thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
All right. Take
Appreciate
care.
everything you do.
Oh man, what a great conversation with Shane.
Yeah, he is great.
Yeah.
I love the guy.
I had no idea that you had friends for that long.
Wow, that was kind of hurtful. I think you were trying to be nice, but instead you were a little hurtful.
It's fine. It's fine.
Wow.
Anyway, if you see us out in the world on the campaign trail, make sure you say hello. If you see us knocking on your door, let us in. Not in, but open your door.
Yeah, don't let us in.
Yeah, don't let us in.
Don't let us in.
Don't let us in. That would be weird. But open your door and say hello. If you see us outside waving, make sure you wave.
Or thumbs up.
Just nothing else.
Smile.
Smile. Something positive would be good.
Mm-hmm. Honking. Sometimes honking good.
I love when people honk,
Yeah, they're
personally.
pretty good.
Yeah. But be nice to each other and to us.
That's right. That's good. And as always, this is paid for by committee-elect Steve Hobbs, Democrat. See you later.